I loved the performance. So.
They said her did good too. I didn't see
Wait
her.
a minute now.
I didn't
Let
see.
me keep my thoughts together, cause. Are we recording?
Yeah,
okay. So to take things back to, our as far as BET Awards go, I will say I'm not gonna lie. I was filming all weekend, so I missed the freaking Freaknik festivities and half of the BET Awards. Cause as soon as I got home, I went straight to sleep. I took a little nap, but I think I woke up around 9:20, 9:30, and I caught the second half, which I was able to see Mary, which I got my life. She brought out Method Man. She brought out Lil Kim, and it took me back, and it reminded me of the times of me growing up and feeling emotion in music the way that I used to. Because I'm not saying that music now doesn't sometimes, get me through things, but back then I was singing I'm Going Down, and I wasn't going through a bitch ass thing. But I was feeling it like I was like a nigga I was going through divorce. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt that. So I really, really appreciated that performance. I missed Cardi B, so I heard a lot about that. I saw little clips here and there, but I didn't see it I guess when they replay it, I'll check it out and maybe give another review later. Another thing that I took dear to my heart was them giving Tyler Perry his praise, because from my opinion and my experience, lots of my people downplay, his storylines, his art, his way of doing things. But I've always tried to argue or fight for just what I thought was genius, because I understand that we do need to create for a reason bigger than ourselves. I'm not there yet, but I want to be there. I want to get there, but I do know that Tyler has always had that thing. When I would watch him and see him wearing a dress, there were certain movies that I didn't like as much, or certain things. I'm not going to pretend as if it was my favorite, but I will say, when you have a goal in mind and you know that, okay, I could put out something that may be possibly Oscar worthy, and let them tell me if I was good enough, or if I could just say, you know what, I'm gonna employ 300 black people. Take your pick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I've always admired that about him, because production wise, in the background, that's something I went to school for. I understand what it takes to put together a whole production. A lot of people don't. People see the outcome and give their opinion when they don't know shit about shit. So it's like, to see a person do that, and to write it, and to produce it, and to put all that footwork in, and just thinking about employing people, because he could have taken the route to say, you know what, I'm big now, I want to start doing this and making and trying to be part of the Oscars and blah blah blah. But his mindset was, no, my black people are not there yet. So if I put this dress on, if I do these Madea shows, and this is what's selling and getting me there and getting my name out, and then I can open the door for my next people, then this is what I'm gonna do. But him building his own studio, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Martin Lawrences and the people who've done it before, worn the dress, Big Mama House, all that. But it's like, a lot of them did not go as far to have their own shit. They worked under other production studios, and that's why I respect it so much. And then his message to the black youth is, own your stuff, and how, oh, this used to be owned by Confederate white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wanted to shut us down. This is owned now. This land is owned now by one Negro. That shit was so powerful and like inspiring to me because I battle day to day being an actress. I battle so hard with what image do I want? What roles do I want to take? Do I want to, for a woman, show my body and do these certain things just to get that little piece of, you alright? You know what I'm saying? Versus working with a Tyler Perry who might give me that leading role and I don't have to do none of that. And we may not win that Oscar, but we are for the people. And I know that this is this person's soul being, so like this is what he stands for. So I really appreciated that. And then I thought Regina Hall was hilarious. Her dancing, her I don't know, just I like her because she's unproblematic. You know, you see her and then you don't. She's in a film, she's hosting something, and then she's out of the way. You rarely hear any stories or see her on Instagram or any of that shit, but she's got the hosting job. She's got the leading lady role, and I really respect her. She's very classy. Taraji and her are like best friends, and I admire that as well. This black girl magic all up and through there. I guess my last point, memorable, was the Nipsey Hussle tribute. You know, got on my Nipsey blue for a reason because I take that to my heart dearly. I'm still not over that yet. Like, Nipsey being taken away at what I feel was the prime of his career, kind of.
I don't even think he hit his prime, which is what pisses me off the most about it. Right. I think he was on and then he finally hit that strong stride that he was going to his, and they took him out before.
Yeah, they took him right with.
I think they felt like he was dangerous because the message that he had and where he was on the route to go to, it was dangerous for that message to get to the mainstream mass. As long as he was just in the hood, as long as he was in the hood, man, it was just a couple of niggas. He had a small fan base, and
that's cool.
You know, you go buy some shit, do that shit.
Shaking hands with Jay and Hov and having dinner and that brunch, Rock Nation brunch. I said, nigga doing his thing.
And I don't know if
that's what that next album was about to sound like.
Well, I feel the same way about Jay-Z, so I told y'all that too. So we will just have to see. And pray for him and protect him at all times.
I just don't think him and Jay-Z was on the same, like,
humanitarian wise and hands on.
Yeah, Jay-Z's just, you know, I ain't gonna say just because it still takes.
You know what it is? Like, well, both of them end up dying, but it's almost like comparing Martin and Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a way, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, because Martin was still in the field too, you know what I'm saying, getting in.
I think it's like,
you see what I'm saying? Like, Nipsey was more like.
It's like comparing Malcolm X and Quincy Jones. Yeah. Quincy Jones was not physically in the struggle, marching, telling people to, buy your own land, get to. But he was in the background. He was putting black people in places to become millionaires and do their music and make certain moves, and that's cool. Don't get me wrong.
Jay is more outspoken than he's ever been.
Yeah.
I've never heard Jay like that.
And it's only right. And it's only been even Beyonce
with that 444.
Like, and when we were kind of talking about earlier about being
Homecoming was so like the way she put it together, like
that.
It's just like a slap in their face. Like fuck y'all, we doing our own thing. We don't need.
Well, a little that y'all don't know, cause. Sorry to cut y'all off because I was about to go in, but about Nipsey. But I will say, Beyonce has not always been vocal because she understood that I need to get here first to be able to say these things. But as y'all can see, Solange, in comparison, she gets compared to her sister a lot. They were raised by the same woman. They had the same daddy. Mm-hmm. They went through the same shit. They know each other's pain and stuff like that. But Beyonce's role was different. Yeah. Just like my sister and I. My sister has traveled to Africa. She done seen the motherland and done touched hands with children in Nigeria and been out there and, you know what I'm saying, been on a slave ship and been in them places where it's all started, where they got taken to America and before, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like everyone, I don't know, I feel like I was saying about Tyler, you have to do what's best for you in order to be or walk and stand in your purpose for yourself. Like, if I know that, which a lot of people will argue down, like, oh, there's another black man putting on a dress, or another this and that, or another woman showing her this. If I know that if I do this, I can open the door for a million other people, would I choose myself to say, I ain't gonna put this dress on? Or would I say, I'm gonna put this dress on and I'm gonna touch the masses? That's what I think. You have to make that decision. And I think like Beyonce is like, you know what? I'm not there yet. I want to be able to touch way more people than they see me now as Destiny's Child. This is Destiny's Child. It's 3 of us. And yeah, I'm the lead singer, but I ain't getting the respect that I deserve. So then she gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And when she gets to the level of putting on a homecoming show that goes straight to Netflix and becomes the #1 streaming, you know what I'm saying? Think about how much more.
It was hilarious.
But think about how much more freaking people are impactful it is to wait and be patient instead of being upset when you got 300 followers versus now I can touch 100 million.
Right.
That shit is important.
Yeah, I remember when, I forgot what it was that she did first. Was it the Super Bowl?
What was that?
Beyonce, she came
out with
out.
the Black Panther joint. Yeah, the Black Panther.
And Saturday Night Live did a skit
making fun
that
of
was so funny, but it was funny because it was funny, but it was funny because of how real of what they were making fun. Like, what it was like it was basically showing white America. And then they showed Beyonce, maybe a white family watching TV, and then it's like breaking news, Beyonce is black, and they're like, oh no! It's like the whole world's going in chaos, and they're like, Beyonce's black, and like all the black people.
She wrote that sound. That formation was just.
They
she
just found out
her
that she's black,
right? Because if you don't speak, people don't know what you really think. That's why I say like.
And I think Nipsey came out kind of like not out the gate, but he came out. His years of flourishing was already like that. He was already at that point where it's like, I'm going to let you know how I feel about different things about Dr. Sebi. He on his incline.
Nipsey,
he didn't make it to a level where he said, okay, I'm here now, I'm going to start telling
them. As Nipsey learned, he gave it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. And that's why when he was like, when he first came out, he was, banging.
He was hard.
But people didn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
I don't know if it was y'all I was talking to.
Yes, it was us.
When I was saying that if you listen to his interviews.
It was us.
If you listen, right. Yeah. So, and it's the same thing as music. If you listen to it, if you just take one Nipsey interview per year through his whole career, you will hear the growth. And it's the same in this music. And so the difference was, instead of him saying, well, I'm getting this knowledge, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to just make street shit until I get big, and then I'm going to let it out. He came out as he got it.
Right.
Which is why I said, him and Jay-Z, I would compare like a Malcolm X to a Quincy.
Right.
Both did good for blacks in their own right.
Right.
But it was just, Malcolm X was front line. You feel me? Like, I'm at the front line of this shit. It's black power. It's by any means necessary. Right. You know what I'm saying? Black men come together. We need to circulate the black dollar. We need to woo out the band. Like, he was really there. And to the powers that be, that is a more dangerous man. They both dangerous. We want them both out. But that man right there is a little bit more dangerous than Quincy Jones. We'll let Quincy, we'll watch Quincy Jones, and whenever he step out of line, we go take his ass. But this nigga need to go now. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so that's why I hated for Nipsey, because he was, I mean, man, like he was finna take off.
So, well, okay, so I guess that's what I say. Like, I said it's prime, but I will say when he was starting to build more awareness.
Right.
I guess like when people were starting to draw their attention to him because he was on GQ. He was next to Lauren, which a lot of people knew her more because she started with ATL is her big debut, and then just doing other things. But his tribute was really nice. John Legend did a great job. I feel like it was a very emotional time because they did put a lot. They panned the camera a lot on Lauren and his babies, and they're not there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be in a place like that is only because we want to represent him.
Right.
Other than that, I don't want to be around y'all. Y'all having a great fucking time.
Right.
I gotta go back home
And
sleep by myself.
Right.
Cause my husband was killed.
Right.
My daddy ain't here no more, and it's only been 3 months.
How do you feel about his mom's?
Okay, so
I haven't heard it yet, but
his mom,
I heard a lot of people like kind of going in on it.
So
Really?
Like, yeah, I saw some people on social. Then it was certain.
I haven't heard anything about it. You told me last night.
I heard a lot about her as well.
A lot of people,
She's
but a lot of
supposed to
people
smoke.
was taken up for like y'all just don't understand the
So,
spiritual level. But
I'm giving you my spiel
What
on
she
Mama Nipsey. Mama Nipsey, she speaks on things that I feel because she was not always in the public eye. I'll wait till you.
Oh, shit.
So I'm gonna start right go. Okay, so Mama Nipsey, I feel like she speaks just based off of her spirit, not realizing that she is in the public eye at times. I think she talked a lot about how she was absent from the physical and in the spiritual, dealing with certain things, how she felt, and her intuition let her know something's wrong, my son, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're spiritually there, you in tune, you feel like you know things prior to it happening, and you feel like you have a gift. I don't discredit her for any of that, because I also at times have gone through things or felt things before and felt like, okay, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be. So I can't say that she's like, people like to label her crazy or whatever, but I will say at the moment that it was kind of overbearing for a lot of people watching, because the masses are very much into Lauren and the kids, and Mama likes to try to make people aware in the moment of everyone wanting to hear what she has to say, and Lauren has absolutely nothing to say right now. She's not there yet.
So what did Mama say? Like, that was like so just overbearing.
She, for one, she spoke about her experience at the crime scene all over again, because she did it at the funeral. Okay. She spoke about her experience, her conversation with the officer. She kind of went into detail about what was exactly said. Okay. She went into talking about the people she saw. But in the middle of her saying, well, I saw this girl, her explanation and description of these people was kind of not average, I would say. She said, this girl, I looked at her and she was hysterical. And I said, girl, get it together. This girl, this is how she speaks. This girl, she was heavy busted. I mean, she almost looked like her breasts were gonna make her fall over. Right then and there, a lot of people like, Mama, what are you talking about? You feel me? Like, what? She just being very detailed because it's replaying in her mind exactly how it happened, and she's just trying to make you feel what she's feeling. So that was a comment she made that a lot of people was like, Mama, what? You know what I'm saying? And then also, at the end of it, she was like saying she read something on the officer's badge that kind of put her at peace, because it was letting her know that he was transcendent. And she stopped right in mid-sentence. She didn't finish her sentence, and she just said, thank you. And she just stopped and just walked to the side, and then his dad came up, and he started speaking. And she grabbed his face like this, and she was like, they can't hear you. They can't hear you. So he did this, like, just do your own thing. Like, live as fuck now. So you mind you, Nipsey is passed. Lauren and the baby's over here hurt because Lauren, you could see the pain in her face. Like she spoke for 2 seconds. She's like, I just thank you for your prayers. Like she kept it together because she's like, I gotta be strong for these kids because his daughter was breaking down and she wanted to. But she don't want nobody to see her like that. Because she's like, I got to stay strong for them. Because if I break down, they going to fall out. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have a fit. Because this shit is still new to us. And it's never going to get better. He never coming back. So, all of this at once. And the dad is trying to give his 2 cents. And Nipsey's mom is like, speak. They can't hear you. They can't hear you. And he kind of, instead of snapping on her, he was like, just do your own thing, and did her like this, and she just threw her hand up like, okay, fine. And then he spoke, and then he just said the marathon continues, and then they walk off, and T.I. came back. So you have to see it for yourself, because I didn't give you everything. She spoke for a minute. Like, she's windy, she talks. I'm not saying she is crazy or any of that, because hell, people know some shit I'm into. They think I'm crazy too, you know what I'm saying? Like, spiritually. So, I get it. But I just think at the moment, and being that everyone ain't ready for that type of talk. You know what I'm saying? That's like having a seance or certain stuff. Like when I all that at the funeral. We know that's African ritual, that's death, that's acceptance, but everybody not ready for that. So that's where all them crazy comments came from. It's just more like her giving stuff to people without them knowing who she really is. Because up until his death, he didn't put his mama in the forefront, and they didn't know what he was raised off of. The man that he was up until his death was because his mother raised him the way she did. She let him be spiritually aware. She took him to the motherland. She let him see where they was from. She put that knowledge into his brain about being conscious and being black and all that. So I respect her very much, but everybody not ready for that. So it was overbearing for people who are not open-minded to new things, I would say. So that's that on that. Let me see what else. Tyler Perry, because you didn't say your spiel on that, because you said you were very much affected. I mean, I said what I had to say, but I think you had something more to add to, like, being inspired.